Hi Pioneers! Welcome to the fourth session of the Pi Convention. This is a Pi panel session where the Pi core team will introduce the questions in discussion and the representative pioneers will present their views on these questions. The panel discussion today is about the future of Pi mobile mining. The original design of Pi's economic model and its mining mechanism is to strike a balance between access and scarcity. While setting out to be the most inclusive and widespread digital currency in the world, Pi tries to achieve a level of scarcity through a mining mechanism where the base mining rate halves when the network size increases by 10x. This mechanism also provides a meritocratic reward system to members based on their contributions to Pi. Even though in our white paper we specified the network size to be at least 100 million people, the core team had left the decision open as to whether we will continue or stop mobile mining at the mark of 10 million network size. Because back then we were uncertain about at least the following three aspects to make a well-informed decision. First, how fast the network grows. For example, how fast we achieve all the previous halving milestones. Second, the progress of the ecosystem building including utilities and applications of Pi at the time of 10 million. Third, the progress of the mainnet at the time of 10 million. Also, at this network size, the core team would want to take input from its members about this question in order for us to make the final decision that is best for the whole network. We predicted that the community opinions will be split based on at least a simple rational motivations derived from when the pioneer joins the network and started mining. This also translated to how much Pi this pioneer has mined. However, more importantly, we value voices that support their opinions and sentiment with reasonings and considerations of the overall goals of Pi, the health of the ecosystem, and the interest of the whole community. For this purpose, we went through a sophisticated process to solicit and collect such input from our community, including applications to speakers, moderators' recommendations, video surveys to collect video responses, and spend a tremendous time watching and processing such submissions.
The Pi network is currently composed of over 9 million engaged pioneers, and we're approaching the 10 million member mark very soon. So we wanted to pose the question about the future of mobile mining at this convention in the form of a panel, and some vocal pioneers applied to speak and submitted their video responses. We selected well thought out, articulated, clear and representative videos to be featured as part of the panel discussion, which is coming right after this current core team video. Even though we only selected a limited number of video responses, the core team watched all of the submissions. If you did not apply to express your thoughts by video, we encourage you to participate in writing through the topic in the home screen of Pi today. Also, we are well aware that in some regions, there have been activities campaigning for a certain type of view in regards to this question, and some campaigns even use various incentives to manipulate the popular view. We hope pioneers can form their individual thoughts independently without any misinformation and disinformation. And we hope that they do that with the overall benefit of the whole network in mind. After the Pi convention, the core team will review the written responses in the topic, in addition to the video responses, and we will provide an analysis incorporating these community views, experts' views, and the core team's own views to make the final decision about whether to continue or stop mobile mining when our network size hits the 10 million mark. We all hope Pi will succeed, and the core team is trying to find and evaluate the best option for this decision in a systematic and scientific way. So, let's see what pioneers said in the video coming up.
The most important reason that I can think for continuing mining is to include more people to the project, to Pi network, that more people can join it. The more pioneers there are, the more that Pi will be used as an everyday currency, and the exchanges will be more and more. More people could be able to buy services and products and to sell services and products.
The reason for stopping mining after we reach network size is simple: to keep the value of the coins. If there are too many coins in the system, like hundreds of trillions or something like that, the whole coins, unique coins, will not worth anything, and for even a small transaction, a high number of coins would be necessary. This is quite unreasonable and unpredictable, so we must avoid this, that the currency will lose all its value. The reason for continuing mining is simple: we need to provide constant support to the coins to replace all those P's that are excluded somehow from the economy. These can be explained like kept in wallets, held in safes without even moving, or by users simply abandoning these coins. As P would be a currency or something similar to that, it would need a constant supply that can keep the transactions in motions to be recorded, and this is the fuel of the economy. So if there is no supply or not enough supply, that would block the transactions and block the development.
Hey everyone, so basically according to me, the reasons for continuing mining is that the value of the Pi currency is going to be broader and there's going to be more people using it, thereby significantly increasing the usefulness of the network. Also, some people will have good ideas as to how can the security be improved, and if more people know about Pi network, there's probably going to be more inflow of ideas and eventually making the currency, the cryptocurrency, one of the largest on the market.
Hi there. We should stop mining as early as possible. Here is why. We will present this in two parts. First, the benefits of stopping mining at 10 million users, and second, the consequences of continuing mining after 10 million users. Here is what are benefits. First, I don't know for all pioneers, but me and my friends, we all have a target amount of Pi that we want to reach before phase 2. And if we stop mining before we reach that target, there are two scenarios. First, we will buy more Pi to reach this target, or two, we will value Pi more because we don't have the amount of Pi that we consider as enough. And two, whatever is the amount of Pi that the pioneer has, when we stop mining, it means that he will obviously value it more than before. And three, when we stop mining, it means that there is no longer a distribution of Pi, which creates a rarity for Pi. And here is the second part, the consequences of continuing mining after 10 million users. Some pioneers start leaving the project because they think it takes a lot of time to implement. And if we continue mining, we will obviously lose some of the earliest pioneers of Pi, which is not the goal of core team. And two, when we continue mining, we will probably reach and maybe have more than the amount of Pi that we consider as enough, which means that we will obviously value Pi less. And three, there will be a lot of Pi in circulation, which is not rare. And four, in all Facebook groups, a lot of pioneers, at least new ones, ask always, when can I sell my Pi? Which is not our goal. If everyone wants to sell their Pi, who will buy them? Probably no one. And that's it. If we continue mining, it means that we will have more and more inexperimented pioneers which have a goal, which their goal is just to sell Pi, which is not our goal. So we should obviously stop mining at 10 million users.
Hi, I'm Tina from Malaysia. So I think when we reach 10 million users, it should be halved and then we should promote it. It is not that everyone who does not believe in Pi, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there who do not know about Pi. So we should definitely take another year to let people know more about Pi. So we can choose either to stop mining on 2021 March 14 or 2022 March 14 and go to the mainnet. Currently, we are using only one phase for 1 year, so it is definitely normal to complete the 3 phases within 3 years. So the number of suspended users is not necessarily 100 million users. Just provide a designated date and then everyone will have a real goal.
Pioneers, my name is Timothy from Nigeria and my Pi username is Timsy. I want to speak on the pros and cons of using our mobile devices to mine Pi. During the test notes or the testnet for the Pi node, it was noticed that various users couldn't access the Pi on their systems because the system was not compatible with the Pi node. The Pi node requires systems to have a minimum of Windows 10 Pro operating system running on them. In fact, the Docker daemon refused to work on some certain systems, mine inclusive, and some other friends of mine had the same issues with the Docker daemon. If the mobile mining should be continued, more users will be able to access the Pi without interference or glitches or system problems, because a user wouldn't be able to carry his laptop or system wherever he's going if he wants to mine Pi. But if with his device, his mobile device, he could easily mine Pi wherever he is, whatever he's doing at every given location, he could be able to access Pi. Another reason why Pi on mobile mining shouldn't be discontinued is that it attracts more users when they learn that it doesn't consume much battery, doesn't consume much data, doesn't consume much time. Just with a click, you could mine for 24 hours, then come back the following day to do the same thing. It attracts more people to come to my mine. Like Bitcoin, when it started recently, when it started newly as of 2007, I could remember that I found it difficult to mine Bitcoin because I couldn't have a system then that was able to work with Bitcoin. So I lost out on that. But since this is a decentralized system whereby various pioneers are able to come together in the aim of growing a family of Pi, we could actually use the mobile mining to achieve that. Notice in less than 2 years, we are able to have 7 million users and still rising. But if you should go by the system, not everyone is able to access the system. Not everyone is able to buy a system to use to mine Pi. So I think mobile mining should be continued. And if there's any limit in mobile mining, it should be that new users shouldn't be able to mine at the same rate as previous users. And if they want to mine at that same rate, they need to buy the Pi from existing users, and they need to help more people to come in, and those who are already existing pioneers will be able to gain more from the Pi. Thank you.
Hello, P. If you stop the mobile mining, you're killing your platform, I believe. As this was the feature that got 7 million users in under 2 years, it's regardless of, I believe, if you stop it, you will kill your platform. I think you just need to lower the mining amount so much that it's also worth mining the normal computer way of mining. But don't kill the app by or your product by removing one of the features that got you into the market.
Hello, as you already know, cryptocurrency is based on supply and demand. If you see the top 20 crypto right now, they have a total supply of less than 1 billion. Only less like Tether, XRP, and Cardano have many billion supply. For this reason, I believe that Pi should have a small supply after 10 million users. For me, after 10 million users, from my perspective, we have to have for all pioneers the mining rate close to 0.1% per hour. And after the 100 million, we have to stop mining for everyone, so as to have less supply and already have built a strong demand for Pi network. This is my opinion based on the data and facts I have seen for the last 3 years on the crypto market. I believe that if we want to build strong reputation and strong price for Pi, we have to do this in this way and don't have a extremely big and massive supply and build less demand for Pi. Thank you very much.
Dear Project Party, hello, I am from China. My nickname is Sunny521. I am a Pi senior old miner. We are very proud of Pi's current results. The white paper also mentioned that everyone is equal, which is unique to the faction. It should be no problem for Pi members to reach 10 million in 2 months. What is worrying is that the loss of old members is very serious. If the Pi more butter cannot be carried out in a short time, Pi will lose its appeal. The next 2 months are very critical. According to the white paper, production will be discontinued or reduced after 10 million members. If production is discontinued, buttering must follow up, otherwise there will be a vacuum period. Merchants are very optimistic about the future trend of Pi coin. Of course, I am also very optimistic, so I invest in ecology. The goal is to earn Pi coin through buttering while creating an ecosystem. I suggest stopping production. Buttering begins, real benefits are implemented, and the true popularity of Pi is increased. There are a large number of people in China, and potential customers who love Pi will be tapped instantly, which will support the value increase of Pi. If the production is stopped until 100 million miners, the continuous production of coins will cause harm to the interests of the more, and Pi will not be able to maintain its value and lose its scarcity. Then I believe that many businesses will no longer create ecology and butter. Isn't it the purpose of buttering to earn more coins? Who will make selfless dedication for a project? Every day I use my mobile phone to tap Lightning Pay. It may take many years to reach 100 million miners. It's so easy to get a mobile phone for free. Why investing in buttering? Merchants and entrepreneurs are very shrewd that the sale is not worth it. Only they know it. Miners are not the only value given to Pi. Its value depends on how many ecological businesses and investors recognize Pi network, which is the most important. Why is the Bitcoin so high? It's not because the total amount is small, but because many people recognize it. Even if there is only one total and no one recognizes it, it is worthless. Hope my proposal will be beneficial to Pi. Finally, I want to say that Pi is a great project. One Pi, one word. I love Pi network. Thanks.
Hey guys, I believe mining should stop after 100 million or 1 billion. There's an issue of deflation and hyperinflation and everything. However, if you cut the production of Pi too early at 10 million, I believe that there won't be as much interest from outsiders joining the network. Because right now the whole purpose of the app is to acquire Pi coins. So if people can't get Pi, why would they join? Why would they even download the app? So I think that's an important aspect to it. And secondly, if we have a currency that cannot be earned only maybe via nodes, which will be minimal, I guess, then it would make the coin rather deflationary, and therefore it would encourage holding rather than spending. So if we have that, then people would rather hold that currency instead of using dApps and exchanging it for products and services. I feel that I feel that core team should explore the idea of universal basic income. I don't know if it would work or not. I don't have too much experience in this. I just think that if everybody's in this huge mobile mining ecosystem has a place and is mining, and then that's the way to get the application to the most people, because they have full access to full functionalities of the blockchain, meaning they can mine, they can send and they can receive coins, and they can participate as a node. So I think if everybody gets this opportunity, then if everybody could get this opportunity, then that would mean that we could reach out to more and more people instead of just buy our coin because now you can't get any more and there's like 10 million of us. Because yes, there's a great incentive of building dApps and using our platform. However, I feel the community enjoys the mining process, and it gives them something to look forward to each day. And I feel that with decentralization and the whole branching out of the cryptocurrency scene in general, I think it should give an income source from using a mobile, so just having the Pi miner on, rather than just you have to trade or you have to sell products and services. Obviously, I don't know the exact numbers of the coins, but I would encourage Pi core team to explore this.
Hi guys. Whether you stop the mining at 10 or 100 million, that would be something to discuss about. To me, mobile mining should definitely stop. As it is stated in the white paper, in order to have a max supply, you need to stop mobile mining. If you stop mobile mining at 10 million population or 10 million pioneers, I think it is very important to let new users join Pi network even in this phase 2 if we stop the mining before phase 3, because we will reach 10 million engaged pioneers well before phase 3. And when we talk about that 100 million users number, actually that's the number that I first read inside the white paper last year. I think 100 million would be an optimal number to stop the mobile mining, because it would be the best for the Pi's economy. But 1 billion users, that's out of question to me. I think that is not good. We want to keep Pi scarce. And again, we want to bring it to the hands of as many people as we can. For me, 100 million, as first stated in the white paper, is the best number, but it should definitely stop.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Hope you are doing well. In my opinion, for the first question, which is we have to stop mining after 10 million pioneers, it is just because of maybe there is a lot of people that they're trying to get mining all day to reach the target, the dream that they want. And we should stop mining just for temporary time, because we let those people that they didn't trust Pi network or trust to mining, and we will give them the second chance to do it. And of course, if we are try to stop mining for temporary, like 10 days, maybe you will get a lot of emails, comments that they would like to get continued. So in my opinion, we should stop mining just for temporary time, and then we let them and we give them the second chance, and we will see how they respond, how they get to the Pi network again. So I think this is my opinion, and I think that's going to be really useful. Thank you so very much. Bye.
We shouldn't stop mining at the current time. I would suggest a rapid derated solution. First of all, we should quote the current mining rate from 0.4 to 0.1, the 10 million pioneers, to protect the Pi scarcity. Scarcity makes people confident in Pi's value, and we may halve the 0.1 to 0.05, the 20 million pioneers.
Hello, I believe that Pi should end mining at 100 million users. If it were to stop at 10 million, the Pi network would not be large enough, and attracting more pioneers after 10 million would be very difficult. I believe that a billion would be too many, that Pi scarcity would not be preserved, and the value per Pi greatly diminished. At 100 million, which I believe is the optimal time to end mining, you would balance scarcity with having a large Pi network that could support sellers and vendors and other sorts of people who would offer goods and services on Pi networks. Thank you, and thank you for your consideration.
So the reasons for stopping mining. Yes, as I said before, the special thing of money, the special characteristic of money is it's not so distributed that everybody in the world has the same amount. So as I said, you have to find a balance between inflation and deflation. So if you have too much of Pi, you get a kind of inflation. So people will buy a jar of honey not for 1 Pi, but maybe for 100 Pi. So 1 Pi would be worth maybe 0.003 cents. Versus like Bitcoin, you can buy for 0.00001 Bitcoin a lot of things. So 1 Bitcoin is over now 1,000 euros. So in my opinion, 10 million is the right amount of people who got access for free to Pi, and it's a solid, stable basis. And from there, it will grow exponentially. So if already 10 million people they have it, and then the people have to buy and sell it, it will grow very quickly, not like from 0 to 1 million. So this is the main reason to keep the worth of Pi, to keep the value of Pi, to help Pi prevent from inflation, and therefore also stay fair to the people who already have Pi. They already collected Pi, and if this Pi is now getting less and less value, it would be kind of frustrating for the people who already have Pi.
Exactly. The reasons for continuing mining is the opportunity for more people to get this new cryptocurrency, especially for the pioneers who recently joined, and this currency to be more presented, and more people to have it, to have enough of the currency for the exchanging.
Hello, my name is Sơn. I'm from Vietnam, and today I want to tell you the reason why I personally think that PiCoin should stop when it reaches the number of 10 million users. As I personally think that PiCoin is a young cryptocurrency, but it's quite valuable, and at the moment many people consider PiCoin is the most popular coin in the world. And I see the potential of PiCoin, and that's why I think PiCoin should stop when the number of users is 10 million people around the world. The popularity of PiCoin is, indisputable at the moment, and that's why I think if we stop mining when it reaches the number of 10 million users, the price of Pi coin in the future will be valuable, because the price of a cryptocurrency depends on the supply of it. It means that we don't need to have many people who use cryptocurrency, but we need to prove that the cryptocurrency that we are developing is potential and useful for people. As I can see, Pi coin is a very useful coin because it helps people to purchase something from other countries, to help them use Pi coin as a digital money. It means that you can use this for exchange items or for conducting transactions around the world. And that's why in my opinion, Pi coin should, stop mining.
It both has pros and cons, I think, but I will mention only, the benefit of continue is that will allow more people to build up their cryptocurrency wallet, and let it grow, and to have the opportunity to mine as well, to be mining. On the other hand, if it stops, it will create a limited currency among the market, and that will provide a better value for the cryptocurrency, Pi in this case. So stopping will create a limited resource that will create a better value in the future, and continuing mining will allow people as well to create. As myself, I'm new on this, I'm reading, and I'm happy to be part of Pi mining.
You have to make sure that the mining stops so that it does not lose value and people continue to have faith. People are tired of mining nowadays. You can't keep giving out. If you do this, then the value will go very, very, very down.
From 4 aspects, 2 million of the production is suspended, and the number of circulating Pi is far from enough to support the extremely large transaction circulation of ecological community. I think the original intention of Pi is to serve more people, plus the life cycle release mechanism in the white paper. In the future, people will not only use Pi for transactions, but also have the properties of storage and value added, such as financial management and deposit in a bank, which will be more secure and value. If so, the number of Pi will be more scarce for the long-term consideration. It is suggested to temporarily set the target of stopping production at 100 million users. In the process, the comprehensive value of the total number of users and the number of Pi can be applied through ecology and circulation. Thirdly, the new pioneers have so much enthusiasm that cannot to be deprived of their right to preach. Weakness in all the pioneers is a normal phenomenon, and what is needed is make 20% who actually contribute on the Pi network and follow the project site rather than beautiful number of registered users data contribute and finally enjoy result. Fourth, the goal of the project site is very large and needs time to be taken step by step. It takes not enough time for the technology and the ecology to be completely prepared. Finally, once the mining is stopped, we must go to the main network to ensure the positive circulation of Pi, and the currency price should fluctuate and rise in order to meet the pioneers' technological expectations. If we reduce to mine, the most important matters are to comfort pioneers, such as have a strategic partnership with a big company, an official timetable for the release of the basic currency of Pi, and so on, to give pioneers forward to and something to do.
Well, we should continue mining, not to very long, but up to a certain limit, and make more people aware that what is going on, and make a bit more marketing, and spread this news. And after that, once it reaches its limit, like 15 million or 20 million, uh, uh, up to that on, then we should consider stopping it, and increasing Pi value in the market.
Slower growth. Slower growth can be advantage as well, because it can be more controlled, more purified when you have slower growth. No need to burn pies. This is the second one advantage. One more is no need for staking or proxy staking. This is advantage as well. And we would know the total amount of pies produced. This is very important advantage as well.
Right, one may ask, what are the reasons for continuing mining? I would say raising more awareness. Individuals having opportunity to accumulate more Pi points, if I should call it, and especially those pioneers who recently started. Gaining momentum on the cryptocurrency by reason of public interest. Promoting hope for modern cash transactions, as in digital cash readily on one's mobile phone or laptop or iPad or whatever Android device they may use at that time. Promoting the vision started by our three PhD excellent team at Stanford. Well done, team. You know them. And the power in disabling current systems by modernization, of which Pi is the most innovative currency idea I know of. The more the people, the likely that it will gain popularity and momentum. And also, last but not least, a chance to help those who are impoverished or those who have no money to buy cryptocurrency. And promoting affordability, I would say, which in retrospect will promote health of the nation and also promote financial independence, most of all, joy for all those who take this opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Why we want to continue mobile mining? In my opinion, when we continue mobile mining, it will help to reach many people. But we have to continue mobile mining at least 100 million people. That helps to reach many of them. Many of the countries, many of the peoples don't know about the Pi network, Pi coins. If we continue mobile mining, it will help to reach many of them. We can add many more pupils to Pi network, because Pi network means it's a networking. It's communicating each other, or it's a connecting pupils. I think we have to add many more people. We have to reach many more people, so it will become social. That will be a part of their life. I think it will help to be a part of their life as a Pi coin for their daily needs. Thank you.
As I said, continuing mining is going to add more people to the Pi community, and but I want to see like 10 million is very strong group of people. Of these are really serious 1 million. It has to be solid 1 million. So if 1 million people and probably a few a million or two not active, so you need to go to 12 million. So you make sure you have 10 million active members. That's gonna make the Pi community very strong and supportive to launch to the world. And also like the continuing should be based on services or support provided to the Pi community. And that way you encourage people to come in, but they have to provide some kind of services or support, and to make it to give it some value, and that way everybody get the reward after this long waiting and support for the Pi community.
Why the zinc mining have to end? The global answer is about organizing the rarity. But mining or not, the total supply will stay the same. It's not like Bitcoins creating new tokens per blocks. Pi will have a determined supply at their creation and blockchain. And yes, if you don't give Pi to everyone, they will have to buy tokens. And this is good for Pi valuation. But this is not what it counts first.
Yes, I don't believe that we should stop mobile mining. What I suggest we do after it hits 100 million, we should make it more to the point where it's like, okay, for instance, it's 100 million. Now, every coin that you mine, you have to invite even more people to mine, or have a bigger network of miners to get more coin. Let them work. The people that did the work in the beginning benefit from the people who are now coming on board after we have hit the market. Make it a plateau. You know what I'm saying? Like every plateau, you get to different levels of the coin, you know? So the people like the pioneers who are really putting in the work right now, like for instance, myself, I share it with like over 100 people already. And I feel for me, we shouldn't just have it where you only get 5 people or 3 to 5 people in your first share, you know, because I'm like, I got friends in different countries and they all see my status and they all copy the link and attach it. So, and use it. Because I call people in South America, I'm like, yo, download this. And they're using it. But I only got to choose 5 people. So I'm like, come on, you know? So every level, we should at least be able to add more people to that network of people that or at least be credited for that network of people that we promote Pi to, because it only makes us all stronger.
The pros and cons of Harvey. Pi is currently the first mobile mining app, and it is the only app that can be found in Google Play Store or Apple Store. This is very rare. At present, Pi users in the cryptocurrency industry account for less than 10% of the entire population in this world, and Pi can attract the attention of global mobile phone users. By far, mobile phone users account for half of the entire planet's population user, which is around 50%. The downside is that it must be very tormenting for those Pi users who join early. After all, 1 year of persistence is very difficult, and I believe that the speed after the halving will definitely slow down, so that 100 million real users is a challenging goal. The pros and cons of stock mining. Only stock mining can be used on mainnet. DAPP and nodes will have a way to get these tested for real, and the total supply will be constant. The blockchain will only be complete and listed on the exchange. But the downside is that out of the current 10 million users, how many of them own 2 mobile phones per pax? Although there is KYC, there might be around 7 million users who can really circulate, and there are not enough people who recognize Pi. So Pi network still have so much space to grow. At how many Pi users should stop mining? When should stop mining? When should mining be discontinued? I think that when we reach 10 million users, it should be halved, and then we should promote it. It is not that everyone does not believe in Pi, but there are many people who do not know Pi. We should take another year to let more people know Pi network. We can choose to stop mining on like 2021 March 14 or 2022 March 14 and go to the mainnet. Currently, we are using 1 year for one space, so it's normal to complete the 3 phases within 3 years. The number of suspended users is not necessarily 100 million users. Just provide a designated date, then everyone will have a real goal. The value of Bitcoin comes from scarcity, and the value of Ethereum comes from ecology, such as like DeFi. Then If Pi is to become the first in market cap and surpass these two cryptocurrencies, it has to win the traffic of global mobile phone users. So I support it is half. What are your perspectives on this? Stop mining or Harvey? Thanks.
Hello, Pico team. Today I get email. I am excited with the convention. I will answer the question. When should mining stop? At what angle it will near population count? I think P should be stopped at 100 million and reduce mining speed because the number of P use is still increasing, but the number of P in the market is small. P should be scarce for high volume. Thank you.
Yeah, again, I have told in the before video, the beginning of the video. If we should stop mining after 1 billion, because then at that point the network is really big, and at that time we should be checking how can we help the people more processing, and the mining rate should be higher. So at that time when we use 1 billion and still mine at a low rate, people would be tend to leave the network, and that is a problem at that point. So what should we do is you start node in the PCs. So according to the GPU and the processor, that's how the power consumption is using at the AFK time, and that's how the cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, any coins are created. So that's how I think we will be also running node. So what should we do is we should start node in the PCs, and we should stop at 1 billion in the mobile phones. Advantages are we can mine at a higher rate, and at that time we have built a huge network around like 1 billion. So we should start using a higher rate. That at that point people would be tend to stay to see the rate and the increase. So we should use PCs and higher end devices. So, and the disadvantage comes around there where people can't afford personal computers are not like laptops, and desktops are not daily used devices. Like around when you see the mobile phones are like pretty much everyone has it. So it is advantageous for the people who use mobile phones, but it's a disadvantage right now after 1 billion people. When you see mining rate should be high after 1 billion, because we have a huge network. We should keep the people at that point.
So the reasons for continuing mining, I do believe that as for now are more to be market reasons. By our engaged pioneer count of 8 million by now, I do believe that market-wise we're performing a lot better, a lot nicer than it was some months ago. Personally, I'm trying to expand our product and promote it in my home country of Bulgaria. So when should we stop our mining? As I said before, I do believe that should be with the end of the pandemic, either Q1, Q2, or Q3 of next year. I do not know when it will be the time when they will release their vaccine and whatever they're completing. I do believe that is the time when we should end our mobile mining and turn on mining only available as for the Pi nodes, and to be next year, as in my opinion.
My reasons that for asking us to stop mining when we have reached a certain level of network size will be that if we don't stop mining at a certain point, when our pioneer members' size has increased and the awareness globally have gotten to that such high level, if we don't stop mining, we may get into a point when we will have a lot of circulating Pi digital currency that will be in circulation that may definitely be above the level of the demand. And at that point, you'll find out that will cause devaluation. It will lead to devaluation of the coin. So we have to stop mining at certain point so that we will be able to have a measurable and limited amount of Pi currency that will be in circulation. By then, you'll find out that we will be the demand of every living being. Just like today, people asking and valuing dollar, pounds, that is what will eventually definitely happen to Pi digital currency if we control the level of the mining, the number of the currency in circulation, and of course, the level of the supply. Thank you.
Continuing to mine Pi for some more time would give new members the opportunity to mine some more Pi for themselves, and also try to involve new people as the pioneers, and make them the members of this revolution, digital currency, where everyone is embraced and nobody is left out as far as they are interested. So I think we should allow mining of Pi for some more time.